Hey, everybody. Welcome to Ask Anything, episode 4. We're so excited to have you this morning. We have one question today with a bonus question at the end, so make sure you stick around for that. But the question is it okay to have other Christian friends as a second small group in addition, or would you like us to try and connect with the small groups that we have? Great question. And actually, what I want to do is I'm going to add this link here to the show notes for you. But if you head to lhc.life/covenant, this is actually our adult life group covenant. So like if your mom and dad are in a life group, this is something that they hopefully will be going through and that their life group leader will be pointing out to them and walking through. And so last night in my life group, we walked through this covenant systematically. We read the verses and stuff like that. And so I'm not going to read every single thing on here. It's kind of long. But I would encourage you and challenge you to go check it out. So before I even answer that second small group question, here's the deal. The way that our small groups are set up here at Liberty Heights, especially in the student ministry, is based on demographics, so grade and sex that you are. So you're put into that based off of what you are, and the kind of like the group is already decided for you, right? And so that's a challenge because it kind of feels like I'm just going to the group that I've always gone to, that I've been told I have to go to, and so I'm not getting a choice or any of that kind of stuff, and I get that. And so here's the thing. Sometimes that can feel just like a glorified Sunday school class. Like you go, you do the time, and you leave. And what I'm going to explain to you is what we hope our adult life groups become, and honestly, it's what I hope you as student ministry life groups become, because it's far more than just a Bible study or a time slot where you're coming together to do a little Bible study or whatever. So here we go. There are 4 main bullet points. The first one, love one another, care intentionally. And I'll read for you a couple of the sub-bullet points. Number 1, speak truth in love to one another. Listen well to and understand one another. See, that's very different than just showing up and talking about Bible study. This is actually helping people grow in their faith, speaking truth in love to one another. Submit to one another. So actually esteeming others more highly than yourselves, right? So one thing that I love here, one sub-bullet point on this document is be the first to lead in humility. See, I think a lot of times we sit back and wait for other people to lead. But what's keeping you from being the leader? Step forward and lead. Lead in humility, lead in honor, lead in love, all right? Encourage one another. I love this one. Be a safe person for people to get real with. That's hard, right? Like when someone's going through something hard, when someone's dealing with something difficult, they might feel judged. They might feel like they can't turn to anybody. What if you were a safe person for them to turn to? That's a very different type of small group, type of life group. And finally, forgive one another. Pursue unity. Let personal offenses roll off your back. I can't tell you as a youth pastor how many times I've seen a small group or a life group or just a group of friends be blown up by somebody taking a personal offense to something and not being willing to forgive. And so think about, what if your groups shifted more towards that? That's really a better picture of what New Testament Christianity looks like. And that's really what we're trying to set up. We're not trying to be mean, trying to force you to be friends with people you don't want to be friends with, but we're trying to help you build relationships with people that are going to help you grow closer to Christ. And when you grow, there's a refining that takes place, and that's not always comfortable, and that's not always easy. And so being like for example, being spoken truth in love, that's not fun. Being told something that you don't want to hear, but someone's doing it because they love you, that's never fun. It's going to help you grow, but it's not necessarily fun, okay? And so one kind of feature I want to make of this is this whole thing, groups and growth and spiritual next steps. Guys, that's our entire focus for the Recharge Retreat. And so if you go to Liberty Heights, the Recharge Retreat is coming up November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and so we do not want you to miss that. The early bird deadline for that is September 16th, so make sure you sign up by then. You'll save yourself $20. It goes from $119 to $139, so make sure you jump online, register for the Recharge Retreat for 2 reasons. Number 1, our entire theme is growth. So we're going to talk about spiritual disciplines. We're going to talk about community. We're going to talk about serving. We're going to talk about sharing your faith. And then in addition and on top of all that, you're going to get to discuss it and unpack it with those people in your small group. And now you might be thinking, no, there's nobody in my small group who's going to be there. First of all, I don't know. I highly doubt that. I bet you that there will be at least one other person in your small group. And if you're like, yeah, okay, but that's going to be super awkward, just me and one other student with a couple leaders. Don't worry, we won't let things be awkward. We will find the right critical masses. We will pair up certain small groups if we have to for the retreat. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be an opportunity for you to grow deeper and to go further faster with the other students who are in your small group. So highlight it, make it a priority. It's always one of the best weekends of the entire school year. So you're definitely not going to want to be sitting at home while the rest of us are out having a good time at the Recharge Retreat this year. So save those dates, mark them down, November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Now, a quick bonus question someone asked me, is a hot dog a sandwich? I got to be honest with you, I've never ever even thought about that question in my whole life. And so my gut reaction is no, hot dog is not a sandwich. I would classify a hot dog as a food category all to itself. So a sandwich, though similar, is, two pieces of bread and meat. A hot dog just has its own style, its own flavor. And so my gut reaction is a hot dog is not a sandwich, but if you have a different opinion, go ahead and drop it in the comments below and let us know what you think. So thank you guys for joining us for Ask Anything episode 4. As always, anytime that you have a question, jump online to lhcstuman.com/ask and ask your questions, and we will get to them, we promise, on this show. So thank you so much, and we hope to see you this Sunday if you're in the area. If not, we will see you next time.